Okay, I'm going to take you through the adjustments for Deels Plc for the income statement. Let's go down to the adjustments, starting at number 2, where it says distribution wages owing amounts to 1798. That's an accrual. So you find distribution expenses, and to the existing figure 14,000 you need to add 1798. Okay. Number 3 is rent paid in advance 2625. That's a prepayment. Rent is an admin expense, so go up to administration expenses, and you need to deduct 2625 from the 54902. Okay. Number 4, finance costs for the last 6 months are outstanding. Now, ignore the fact that it says that the last 6 months haven't been paid. You just need to calculate 12 months bank interest. And if you look at the bank loan, it's a 10% bank loan there, and the bank loan is 25,000. So all you do in my calculation there is 25,000 times 10%, and the interest for the year is £2,500. That's the figure that we put on the income statement. Corporation tax expense for the year is 14729. As it says there, just put it straight in the income statement. And finally, we're going to look at depreciation. First one is the straight line method, which is the cost times depreciation percentage. We're doing machinery, so you need to go up and find the cost of machinery, and it's there, and it says it's 30,000. So all you do is you take your 30,000 and you times it by 20%. If you work that out, you should get 6,000. That is an admin expense, so you need to make sure you include it in administration expenses. Lastly, let's do a reducing balance method. 25% on vehicles. The formula is cost minus the provision for depreciation times the percentage. So just to show you where I've got that working from, that's the cost, that's the provision. You need to take the provision away from the cost, and you times it by, my percentage is 25%. That gives you 6328. Okay, when you've done all that, it's really important to do a breakdown of what's in your expenses, admin and distribution. So, what we did before, we started off with the admin expense on the trial balance is 54,902. Then you've got to remember to take away that rent prepayment which we did before. Okay, and then lastly, put in the depreciation we just calculated. They are admin expenses. Okay, and then you need to add those figures together, and you get 64,605. Okay. Do the same for distribution. On the trial balance you've got the 14,000, but remember we had an accrual, so you need to add that in. 1798. The total is 15798. Okay, now to complete the income statement. I'm not going to do the top bit because you should know how to work out gross profit. Just take the figures from the trial balance. The overheads, if you go back to your expenses breakdown, you just take the figures that you've actually just written out. So on that sheet before, we had 15798 for distribution, and we had 64605 for admin. What I mean by that is from this sheet here. If you add that across, you get 80403. So remember, actually that gross profit should be kind of down here slightly. Move that down. Take those admin expenses away from your gross profit, and then you get your profit from operations there. Finance costs, remember on this sheet we worked out that the finance cost is 2.5. That's the figure that you need to put into there. Now interest reduces your profits, so take it away, you get profit before tax of 175,599. Tax, as I said before, just put it straight in from the adjustments. Tax again reduces your profit, so take it away, and you end up with 160,870. Finish it off, retain earnings, get the figure from the trial balance at the start of the year, add to it the profit we've just calculated up there, and then subtotal those two. Dividends paid, get it from the trial balance. Dividends reduce your profit, take it away, and that's it. And don't forget that figure goes onto the balance sheet, retained earnings.